Alright, what's good, guys? Today we are going to get into the top 3 reasons why you should play 9 decks Cassidy. That's right, 9 decks Cassidy, because I've seen a lot of people in the ranked queue they'll be running like defense stance on Cassidy, or maybe even like a speed, or like you get the crazy person who'll play like offense, but I'm here to tell you that you need to be playing deck stance on Cassidy, and here's why. So I'm just gonna get on to Small World's End because that's like the new Brawlhaven, and let's get in with it. So the first reason I have for you guys is you get new hammer and 1 blaster true combos. All right. So the first, well, there's a lot. So I think there's like, yeah, I have 14 listed here for hammer and just 1 for blasters. So on hammer, you get side light into end light. My hands are a little cold. I'm actually gonna turn these settings on. So yeah, that's side light into end light. Turn position reset on too. Alright, you get D-light side light into end light. That's another true combo. And again, all of these are viable. Like, these aren't just like the once in a lifetime combos that you might hit in your dream game. No, you can use these every game. Next is Sair into D-light. True combo. You get Sair D-light into N-Sig because Cassidy does have the D-light into N-Sig true combo. You get Sair D-light into side light and N-light, a 4-piece true combo. So you can have, oops, missed it there. Oh, hit the wall. Okay, that was a dodge window of 1, but I promise you that it is true. You get side light, end light into side light. It looks something like this. Actually, I gotta move the position of the bot here. So you can get, what was it again? Side light, end light into side light. Now, that was very late on my end because it is cold outside. I'll do that one more time just so I can get it true. That last part might have some dodge ones, so maybe exclude that one for now. Sair into end light. I was late. Dodge window 1, but it is true, I promise. You get end light into side sig. Now, this one, I think it has to be like really close positioning. You have to hit the first part of the side sig in order for it to be true. Okay, yes, dodge window of 1, it is a true combo. Next one up on my list here is, what was that? Light. That was light. End light into D light. Now this is a weird one. I see very rarely do people do this one. Oops. It's a chase dodge forward is the input for this, by the way. Is that true? I don't actually think this one is even a combo to begin with. I think that might be an error on my end. Oops. Disregarding that. Nair into N-Sig. So if you hit like this part of the Nair, you can get N-Sig true. Nair into recovery. Now they do have to be, I think, a little bit higher damage to get this one. So I will set the bot to, let's say, 30 damage. And then don't forget the jump. Dodge window 1, but it is a true combo. Again, my hands are very cold, for it is winter outside. Next up, you get Nair into Dare. Now, this is one I didn't know of until the making of this video. But you can hit, I think it's at 0. You can hit a Nair into a Dare. Oops. Okay. You have to, hold on, jump. Maybe it's when they're falling, I think. Man, this is really bad gameplay on my end, especially for training room. Is Nair into Dare? I can't get it true. I think it is true though. And then you do have, a lot of people disregard this one when talking about 9 decks Cassidy, but you do have one new Blaster True combo, and that is a Falling Sare into an Endlight. It looks like this. Yeah, it just misspaced it. It looks like that. Yep, 32 damage on the dot. Alright, so that is the first reason why you should play 9 decks Cassidy. The next reason being that you do save some frames on whiff. Now, of course, you save them on hit because that's where the true combos come from. But if you whiff the move, you also save some frames. So you get one additional save frame on Hammer Nair. So that's again 1 frame faster, and that can be a big. I mean, like, if you think about it, a true combo means there are no. Hold on, let me reevaluate. 1 frame in this game, especially at the higher elos, can mean a lot. Like, you may think that, oh, it's just 1 frame, but that's like if you have 1 frame on Hammer Nair and then you have 1 frame on Hammer Endlight, and which that move already got buffed. You have 1 frame on Hammer Ground Pound. That's really not that big of a deal. It's just something I included. 1 frame on Hammer Sidelight. So if you whiff a Sidelight, you're 1 frame faster to get out of it, jump or do whatever you need to do. 1 frame on Hammer Sare. 1 frame on Blaster Recovery, so we gotta switch to Blasters. Again, that one's not really that big of a deal since you're already positioned far away from the opponent when you use that move. 1 frame on Blaster Ground Pound, doesn't matter, and then the 1 frame on Blaster Sare, which is how you get that true combo. Alright. Now the last reason why I think you should play 9 decks Cassidy is that every other stance that you can play on Cassidy isn't very good, in my opinion. One, Cassidy doesn't have the best stats, like, compared to everyone else. So that's kind of why you might as well just play the 9 decks, but let's look at our stats here. You have base stance, which gives you 8 points of dexterity. Now, 8 points of dexterity is actually very different from 9 decks, because 8 decks doesn't give you all those new true combos. It's, if anything, it's 2 points of worthless dexterity. So, by playing base stance, you still have the 4 speed, 4 defense, and you do have the 6 offense, which 9 decks takes away from the offense, but again, you're better off playing 9 decks. Don't play base stance. Speed stance takes away from defense, leaving you with only 3 defense. And in the game with like Taros or where's he at? Zal with like these big hitting like weapons like axe and lance, you want defense. Now again, 9 dexterity, you only have 4 defense, but there is a significant difference between 3 defense and 4 defense. Offense stance. This is probably the worst thing you can do on Cassidy. You are just goofing off if you're playing this stance, or you accidentally like selected it for some reason. You only have 3 speed. 3 speed is just unviable. I think Queen Nai is the only legend in the game that has a base stance of 3 speed, and she's not a great. I mean, you can do well with any legend in this game, but people argue that she is not a very good legend. But when you play now, there is one stance on Cassidy other than dexterity stance that can be considered viable, and that's defense stance. Defense stance, it takes away from dexterity, which gives you 6 offense, 5 defense, 4 speed, and 7 dexterity. Here's my reasoning as to why you shouldn't do this. You still have that, because the threshold on dex, you have the 4 dex hammer, which is, that's like the base amount if you want. 6 dex gives you some new things, like some extra, more true combos that I didn't cover, that weren't like specific 9 dex combos, but they are still true combos that any hammer main should use that 9 dex has. You have 7 dex, so you do have 1 point of extra dex, and then you still only have 4 speed and 5 defense. Here's my thing with this, right? Your 4 speed is already bad, and I think you want to counter that lower speed, and you can't play speed stance because that gives you way less defense. I think you want to counter that low speed with having very high dexterity and having all those new true combos to give you the upper edge, because if you're playing defense stance, then you might as well be playing Bodvar. or Yumiko. Where's Yumiko? Or Yumiko. Or just like any other hammerless, like Thor. Cassidy, if you're going to play Cassidy, you should definitely play the 9 decks. I think that's all I have for this video. This should be the first video uploaded to the channel. And expect many more to come. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. God, it feels weird to say that. And have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.